before that, we have to do one of our longest running segments on this show, Diversity with Delilah. Let's go. And this week, she's covering the New York Jets' new head coach, Robert Saleh. What's up, Delilah? What you got for us?
All right. Yeah. So I felt like, again, here we are, right? Want to celebrate diversity and things like that. And I was also thinking about that this is the month of Ramadan, and there are Muslim players. Like,
Right.
we do have, and I know people don't think about that, right? I think sometimes we think about it, we always think about basketball, right? Because Kareem Abdul, right? Very popular, right? Pakistani Muslim. And so I feel like it was important to kind of show that also. So Robert Saleh is, as far as they know, because sometimes people do hide their religion for various reasons. As far as they know, he's the first Muslim head coach hired in the NFL. He was born to Lebanese parents, so he's also Lebanese. He was born and raised in Michigan. He attended Northern Michigan University from 1998 to 2002. He played there for 4 years as a starting tight end because one of the concerns is that all of his coaching gigs, even starting in college, has been on the defensive side. So a lot of his experience coaching has been in the defense. And so some people were kind of wondering as head coach how that would work. But he does obviously understand the offense if he played 4 years. And he also got all conference honors as a tight end, right? So he was signed to a 5-year contract, so he's going to be with the Jets for a while, right? So again, his Saleh's coaching career for Michigan State in 2002 through his stint as San Francisco 49ers D coordinator has exclusive, as I said, has had that defensive flavor. He's also a coach for the Houston Texans, also on the defensive side. He was retained by Gary Kubicek's staff in the Houstons when he was there. And then he was promoted to quality control defensive coordinator under Richard Smith. He then went and did, again, kind of same thing, defensive quality control with the Seattle Seahawks under Pete Carroll when they went to the Super Bowl in 2013. That's when they defeated, the Denver Broncos. So he was part of that defensive team when they were called Legion of Doom. Like that whole whatever.
Boom, yeah.
So Legion of Boom, that he was part of that. And then he also was with the Jaguars for a little bit. But of course, the rest of his, like the last few years, he was with the San Francisco 49ers as a defensive coordinator. And then, with Kyle Shanahan. And then finally, this past year, he was signed on as head coach for the New York Jets. And, we'll see how he does. I mean, I have no hate on head coaches that have a lot of defensive, experience. But I guess they want to see how that's going to translate with the offense. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think that will be an issue for him?
Should be interesting. Yeah. What do you think about that pickup, Robert Saleh? Thank you, Delilah, by the way.
Yeah. But congratulations to him.
Honestly, I think he is one of the best coaching options this year to get picked up. Honestly, if you just watched one of his games when he was the defensive coordinator for 49ers, yep. I was getting hyped up for him. Like it's insane. Like that's not even my team, and I'm like, I'm right with you, bro. I'm right with you. Like, you want me in? You want me in? Yeah, like that dude. He brings energy.
Yeah.
He brings energy, and one thing that when I used to coach wrestling is. Yeah. You win a lot of your matches through aggression, and honestly, he's teaching that plus skills, and you add that all together, and the head coach, like the personality of the head coach, like he's like a Ron Rivera type. Like you want to go out there and do things for him. Like I can see that team. Please do not be surprised if that team is on on the bubble to making the playoffs this year.
Because I think you know what? You know what though? But I think he makes a good point, because I feel like we know, right? Everybody's crack jokes at the New York Jets, right? We crack jokes on them all the time, right? People just do, and you know, they've had a very negative last, you know, kind of few seasons. And yeah, maybe you're right, Ab. Like maybe like he'll inject that positivity, that like, hey, you know, kind of mentality. So yeah, I mean,
that energy is the energy that he's going to bring to that team,
right,
and the city. Like I'm trying to tell you, and like that, it's going to be
that whole
Like you always like with New York Giants and New York Jets, everyone was like, "Oh, I'm Giants." Like nobody, like everyone's ashamed of being a Jets fan. Like I know one Jets fan in my life. You know what I'm saying? And he's been quiet for years. So
you're probably right. Though.
They're coming out. They're gonna come out, and he's gonna bring them out.
I hope so.
Like Ron Rivera's doing with the Washington football team. He's gonna bring, and then if they have the picks, the money to do it. Like honestly, not this year. If not this year, next year, they're on the cusp of making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think their morality is gonna be better too, right? Their morale, they're gonna be more like, hey, this, and I don't think, and the thing is that like he's not gonna take nonsense either, right? Like I feel like he'll be strict, but not too bad. But you know what I'm saying? Like he's just gonna go in there and be like, all right, we gotta get this done,
but
right?
Sometimes strict is what you need in a locker room like that. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Ron Rivera, he's the perfect example of that. It's like. It's like sometimes you just need that strict guidance in order to be like, you know what, I rocks with you. I know you got my best interest, this team's best interest in mind. So I want to go out there and do that for you.
Yeah. Do you think do you agree? Do you think that because he spent so much time coaching defense, do you really think he didn't learn offense? You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I agree with that, but some people do question if he could do that, like if he could coach the whole team, or is he going to just be, you know?
So with football, it's not about knowing. Like I know both sides, and I'm sure anybody that's hired and paid money knows both sides somewhat. You know what I'm saying? But it's not his job to be like, oh, I'm a coach. I'm going to call the plays for both offense and defense. That's what the coordinators are for.
Right.
So anybody sitting there saying, oh, he needs to know both sides of the ball. Like, what about the 800 million coaches before him that were just defensive coordinators? Are you asking that about them? No. So, so what are you talking? Why is that a reason to doubt this man? It's not.
Right, and that's the thing. It's not. He has an impressive resume.
He does.
He's worked at a lot of different places. And Nathan, I mean, I think Ab hit it on the head that I think he's going to be a positive injection to that team. And I think the fact that he's a defensive coach is what they need. They had a Greg Williams type, which is an aggressive defensive coach. Now they need somebody like this guy, and I love, you know, everything about him. So, Nathan, what are you thinking, man?
I mean, both Ablo and Delilah pretty much took the words out of my mouth. I think that, you know, this is a different. This is definitely a new direction for the Jets. I mean, let's remember the guy before him. You know, we have to question, how did he get the job at Adam Gase in the first place? I mean, he did absolutely positively nothing in Miami, failed rebuild, and then here he comes in New York. He ruined Sam Darnold.
He did.
The Jets, he really did not make the team better at all. So I think with you bringing in Robert again, you're bringing in a guy that, you know, is a defensive-minded head coach, but that's what you have coordinators for, like Ablo said. And you have a guy that's going to bring, like they said, energy, and you see the team going in a forward direction. Like you see progress. The only concern with the Jets is the Jets cannot have to have the right football people in there making the right decisions. Like look at the Buffalo Bills, for example. Yeah. They're not just, I'm just giving the Bills as an example, but they have football people making the decisions. Ownership is just saying, okay, here, just do what y'all got to do. That's what the Jets have to do. The Jets, for years, I think, have always just people that do not know football, and there are just classic examples of that. Kyle Brady is a great example. Mark Sanchez is a great example. But I think with Selah, I think this is a great stepping stone for the Jets. And I think the Jets and the Bills and the AFC East. AFC East. Yes, they're going to put the whole division on the map, because everybody that division, they're coming.
All right.
I like that. I like that a lot, man. And yeah, and again, that is definitely something that I can get behind completely, because you got Miami. We've seen what they've been doing, leading with Tua and in the offseason. We got New England, who's bringing half their team back, and then also been making huge splashes. Buffalo riding high off against the AFC Championship. And now the Jets, hopefully they can survive, because the other three teams are dominating and doing their thing.
Absolutely.
So